But let's talk about fun things.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. It's another episode of Server Restart In, your weekly World of Warcraft podcast where three opinionated players get together to discuss their thoughts about the current state of the game. My name is Jim. I am joined by Kristen.
Hello.
And Brian.
Hello.
And, as always, big news breaks after we record. So, but that's okay because, as most people probably have heard, Microsoft is purchasing Activision Blizzard. That is the big hubbub going on now. And
Hullabaloo.
yeah, the big hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo.
So it's I think they were saying it was the largest acquisition of a gaming studio.
Really?
Because it was like 68.7 billion.
Wow.
Which I think is like, I don't know if they said it was 4 times or 10 times what Ravensoft was bought for or something like that.
68.7 billion.
Well, I mean, that's...
let's just sit there for a minute and think about that number. Billion. Like, that is so much. Like,
it is a lot.
Holy effing crap. And they probably got it for a bargain because of everything that happened at Blizzard.
Actually not.
Really?
It's actually, I mean, you would think that they would have been able to buy it for less with everything going on.
That's what I mean. They probably got it for a bargain. That's probably what it was at a bargain.
It's from the sources. It's actually been called like it was a pretty good deal for the people involved. Like it could have been worth a lot less.
Yeah.
You know, with everything considered, but
Right.
this goddamn cat just won't sit down on my lap. But no, so yeah. So now Activision Blizzard is going to be part of Microsoft. So I think I saw something. One of the first things I think I saw was something from, I think it was a blue post, and I'm not sure if it was real or not, but it was basically saying that the Microsoft companion app would only run on 32 or 64-bit Android, and it wouldn't run on 32-bit Android for like the 9.2 updates.
The Microsoft companion app?
The WoW, yeah, the WoW companion app, the MS WoW, MSWow.exe, which I don't know if that's true or not. It seemed really weird, but
Well, I mean, the deal hasn't actually gone through yet. It's just initiation, so it actually has to be completely vetted by the FCC or whoever, which includes
FCC or SEC or somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just an agreement. It's not a finalization. So.
No, right, yeah. Which is why probably the fact that the WoW companion app being a 64-bit only thing isn't really probably related to that at all. You know,
100%. It's not.
but it's just it's those things that people like. Oh, this deal was announced, and then this came out. Oh, it must be related. You know, and it's
yes, because 32 versus 64-bit architecture is completely something that Microsoft originally created anyway. So
no, I know it's people being stupid. I get that. Yeah, no. One of the big things though that people are talking about is the fact that in all the press about it and supposed interviews and whatnot is that they're going to be keeping Bobby Kotick on until at least through the transition, which is going to be finalized in 2023. So a lot of people are not exceptionally pleased with that because they think that he's gonna make out like a bandit kind of thing, and basically escape whatever, which
I think that's going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
So, at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that's a common problem.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It from what they've said though too, it sounds like they're going to be mainly keeping the talent as it is. No, so there's not going to be a lot of downsizing or anything like that. Some of the people were saying that, oh, well, it just means that there's going to eventually be layoffs later and all this other stuff. But according to, looking at some of the other...
I can't imagine if their intent is to purchase it for that much money, you could probably almost guarantee that there will not be layoffs right off the bat at all.
So judging by, past acquisitions that they've made, there hasn't really been any type of downsizing with the other companies that they've bought. I think like when they bought Bethesda and all that stuff, like they didn't really do anything to, there wasn't a lot of turnover or layoffs or anything like that. Some of the stuff that they had said, let's see here. I had a couple of articles about it. They had said, and I believe this is what Phil Spencer said. Yeah, it says, no, now I can't find it. Oh, here we go. This was the SEC information. Activision Blizzard SEC statement said, or they were asked, if there will be layoffs as a result, and then it says we anticipate, and I'm assuming this is Activision Blizzard. We anticipate Microsoft's diversified operation will create meaningful opportunities for Activision Blizzard employees and will provide Activision Blizzard with access to additional world-class developer talent who will collaborate with you, our existing incredible talent. So that's pretty much what Kotick said during a video call, supposedly. And that kind of makes sense that, it's Microsoft would, once they acquire it, it becomes an avenue for current Activision Blizzard employees to branch out to, find new opportunity. Maybe they don't want to work in the gaming stuff or whatever, or, vice versa. People in like the talent pool of Microsoft to be, potentially come into that. So, I mean, it sounds like it's a win-win for both people, but people are, just seeing that as like double speak, like, oh, they're going to lose their jobs at Activision Blizzard and be able to apply for jobs at Microsoft, like that kind of thing. Like, I don't think that that's necessarily going to be the case, but it seems too that Phil Spencer is pretty excited about just all the IP that's going to come with Activision Blizzard that, they can tap into, because there's a lot of games that Activision Blizzard owns that they don't do anything with anymore, including like King's Quest and Guitar Hero. So you may see another Guitar Hero game come out, stuff like that. So they have a lot to work with, and with Microsoft's backing, they might be able to branch out into some of these other games and, bring them back to the forefront. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, and how, because I feel like it's a good thing regardless. It's gonna, I mean, I can't see Microsoft spending that kind of money and then just shutting everything down, right? And then doing their own stuff with it, because that's a steep price to pay when they could have just waited it out, and have it, potentially collapse and, pay pennies on the dollar and buy all that stuff up anyway, So, there was the testers for Raven Software apparently have decided they were forming a a union. They're unionizing, and they've asked the company to Activision Blizzard to voluntarily recognize their group, which apparently is called the Game Workers Alliance, or they'll, I guess, have it a vote with the National Labor Relations Board. So they gave the company until the 25th to voluntarily recognize them and all that stuff. Otherwise, they're going to vote, and apparently they have 78% of eligible workers in favor of this, which I think would be enough to pass it and then basically force their hand. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Which,
So someone that didn't want to form a union could be forced to form a union,
if the people
or just resign.
If the majority of the workers vote to unionize, then everybody unless I mean, it depends. Some shops are unions not mandatory, but obviously if this is the way it's going, they're going to be, I don't know. There's different ways you can have it. Having a shop where workers don't have to be in the union, it's kind of undercutting to whatever. So I don't know. It all depends on what the how they work through it. I mean, I know that does exist, but I never worked in that. All the union stuff I worked at was, everybody was union except for management kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got a lot of assistance from the union I was in after a certain point in time when they had a bunch of leadership change and whatnot, and it really felt like the union was in bed with the company at that point. But no, I mean, it really did.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if it gets out of control, I don't want to say out of control because I don't know enough about what I'm talking about when I talk about the stuff, but it sounds like potentially it could spin up to the point where it really is no different than just dealing with the management of the company at that point,
Well, yeah, when the management and the union leaders are making, backdoor deals kind of thing, backroom deals or whatever you want to call it, like the union leaders are like, well, no, we're going to go ahead and push stuff. Because when we voted to go on strike, the union leaders didn't think it was going to happen. They were like, no, this is a good contract, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, no, it's not. And then we voted, and then we had a hell of a good time, and we wanted to stay. But then a lot of people, which I get because a lot of people have families and stuff like that, didn't. So we went back after a couple months. So it was an interesting time, but I don't know. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, but I know not all organizations are like that. But honestly, there shouldn't really. I know that there is a need for that, but there really shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Companies should want to take care of their employees and should want to provide them with good working environments and good pay and all that other kind of stuff and benefits and whatnot to keep them interested in staying. Because, I mean, how much right now do you see just all kinds of turnover at companies because you can get a better deal elsewhere, and it's like you can get more money, you can get better benefits, you can get more in line with the work, whereas, it's the same reason I changed jobs, it's like better opportunity, and it's just like, it seems that, it used to be, I don't know how long ago you could say, but, 20, 30, 40 years ago, it's like you started with a company and that was where you were going to end, and you had, a good career and you advanced at a pretty good place and all that stuff, and you ended up with a good pension or retirement benefits and all that stuff, and that was sufficient, whereas now it just seems like that's just no longer the case. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays out, how just keep an eye on that. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and do a New Year's resolution check-in.
Oh no!
I'm gonna hold your.
I logged in.
Oh yeah, we rated last week.
And I rated last week. Yep.
We did 7 out of 10 bosses in the normal, which is good.
Ooh, nice.
Excuse me. I DPS'd.
Yeah, she got to
Really?
DPS.
Cool.
Yeah, we had one of our healers come back. You know,
That's awesome.
hopefully he sticks around, and we're going to just keep the raid extended so that we can hopefully finish it before 9/2
Cool.
with such a low schedule. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be interesting to see how much hair I have left at the end of it. Because it's going to get to the point where it's unfamiliar fights and stuff we haven't done in a while. So it'll be, we hadn't raided for like 2 months.
Yeah.
It was like,
Really?
it was like
Yeah.
November 16th or something like that was the last time we raided. And then one thing came up, you know, we had this come up, holidays came up, you know, things just kind of
Yeah.
whatever. And then we finally got I had people, or at least one person that was like, oh, I'm stoked for raiding. Let's get back to it and all that other stuff, and we did. And it was good times, it was fun to get back in there and get knocked off of the fucking world into the void again. That happened like twice
It's
Wait, you
hilarious.
got knocked off the world into the void?
in the raid. Yeah.
Oh, and the Nerdzal.
No, not Nerzul. In the beginning with those stupid fucking statues.
Oh.
They're the big dudes that give you the
Oh,
power.
I never get
That's
knocked
great.
off
And
on
then-
those, so I don't.
There was another
Like-
time too, and I don't remember if it was. It doesn't matter. It might have been Nerzul. I don't think it was though.
I got disconnected on that one and knocked off
Oh, that's right, because your
because
graphics card
graphics card.
froze.
Yeah, so that was
Oh.
exciting.
Has it happened recently?
It has
Okay.
not. No.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just protesting your Final Fantasy strategies.
Maybe. Maybe. Entirely possible.
But yeah, no. So we got that going. So I have got like another 2 or 3 DKs up to 60. I think I have 4 left on the Horde side to finish. Brian,
Wow. He is not holding back.
I no, feet to the fire. How's your New Year's resolution coming along?
Feet to the fire? I've never heard that.
You've never heard of holding somebody's feet to the fire?
I have not. No.
I could
That's
use a
a-
fire right now for my feet. They're kind of chilly, to be honest. No.
No.
I mean, I think I've logged in since New Year's.
I think that was also the case last year too. I'm sorry, last week. Because you're like, hey, I logged in and I couldn't really.
Yeah, I don't
do
think
it.
I don't think I've logged in this week at all.
That's okay.
I think my intention was still to. I'm trying to remember what I said. I think
were
it's
gonna
something
learn
about
a new
maybe
class.
healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If you want
I
to.
also added reading 3 different books to my mental resolutions this year. So
Reading is a valid
WoW
thing.
books? Or they
I
just.
don't know, I haven't chosen what to do yet.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
I've had quite the list myself. So
That's okay.
but
just
no,
checking.
I mean we've talked about playing Season of Mastery with my kid.
Oh, yeah?
He wants to try that and stuff since it's got a little bit of a expedited leveling experience. So I was considering that possibly and just something completely different. But again, at the same time, like, I don't know. Lately, I'm just so busy with work, and I'm probably going to be busy with work until the end of February.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm just probably not going to play much at all, if at all.
Well,
so-
it is a long year. So we're only in the first
It's
month, so
true.
you have plenty of time. And I'll just try to remember to remind you guys every week.
Thanks.
I know, I like it. Like Kristen said, she logged in and she raided. She even remembered how to DPS.
Hey, I did watch you guys raid a little bit.
You did.
I watched you. Yeah, I did watch you on Twitch for a little while.
Nice.
Yeah. Kristen realized that she had trashed her legendary,
I did.
I
Trashed
remember-
my
yeah, I watched
DPS
that part too.
legendary.
and she had to go
I had to
restore
go
it.
restore it. Yeah.
So that was fun.
hilarious. Oh my god.
And I'm surprised she had room in her bags for it.
I am too. I'll be honest.
We still haven't figured out why she trashed it.
I have no idea.
The only thing is that it
None.
got trashed on the night before Thanksgiving, and I don't think
Did she get drunk with
Was I
Sir T
even
and decide
on?
that she was
we
done
were
with
no,
this?
we had friends over, and and we were sitting
Oh,
around
no way.
watching
So
movies.
you got
I have
an inside job.
I have an authenticator, so I don't know what the heck it would have.
It might have been earlier in the day before they came over.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get
She's like,
hacked.
No,
Fuck
she didn't
this
get it.
game.
Yeah, screw that. I'm never DPSing again. I'm just healing. Nope. And then I had to DPS. It was okay though. It was fine.
Yeah. So apparently I had done my math wrong and I did not have my DK set up correctly as far as classes, so I had to change one of them.
What do you mean?
Oh, I leveled them all a certain specs.
Only DK Army problems.
You had to change one. Oh, did you have to do a race change?
No, the races are fine. It's the it was that like he was Frost, but then they gave me one more Frost than Blood, so I had to change him to Blood.
Oh, I see.
Because the goal is to have one of each spec in each covenant,
Mm-hmm.
so that I have, a Blood, Frost, and Unholy in all 4 of the covenants, and that's the 12 Horde DKs that I have.
Right.
And this one was, so apparently I had 5 Frost and only 3 Blood. So I had to change him around, which is fine.
I see.
I hadn't started leveling him yet. He was only 50, so I mean, it wasn't that big a deal. And he's like 53 now, and all I have done is Torghast.
Yeah.
If I get up early before work, if I miss it the night before, I can do the daily Torghast run, and then get done with work, and then do it again.
Oh my god.
Oh, interesting.
That gives a decent amount of XP for the daily, and then
Good.
skip a day and then do it again. And
At what point do you unlock Torghast to run?
50.
Just right off the...
They changed it. Yeah, you can do Torghast now. It's one of the... So when you go to do Threads of Fate, it has to be Threads of Fate. And you go to the map and you go to pick your thing, you can do either the 4 zones. You can do PvP is one of the things that you can pick, like the shield icons.
Yeah.
Like the campaign quest icons they got. Or you can do Torghast. And you go down to Torghast and you probably just get a daily for PvP like you do for Torghast. You get a little bit of XP for doing the whatever the PvP stuff is, and then you get like a big chunk of it for the daily, which is the same thing with Torghast. It's probably comparable, I would say. Maybe it's more per run because you can get those done. They take longer to run than a PvP match, maybe.
Right.
But the queue is like instantaneous because you're solo. But nope, yep.
That does feel pretty good.
I'll tell you what, man, it's not bad. And it's going through on Blood and taking all the death and decay talents or anima powers or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty good. But so yeah, I've got them all planned out. I'll finish them all out. I think I really only have like 4 left, and then that'll be all that. And then to top it all off, by the time I finish that, I think Blizzard is paying attention to what I'm doing because they added some new BOA gear tokens in Zereth Mortis.
Oh, really?
Really? You can buy item level 226 gear for anima.
Huh.
226?
226. So like normal sanctum level gear.
Do you know what the item levels are going to be for 9.2?
Let's see. I mean, I would guess that they're going to be 230 or 233. Probably. Because what was Nathra? Was it 215?
I don't remember.
I don't know. It'll be around there between 230 and 240.
Nathria was 200 for normal.
Was it really?
Yeah. 226 is normal for Sanctum, right?
Right. So then I guess it would be
252?
Maybe? I don't know.
Is there anything that is 252 right now?
Mythic. Mythic stuff is 252. Well, that's why you saw that BOE on the auction house that was 252.
Oh.
'Cause that's a mythic. That was a mythic dungeon or mythic raid drop.
Somebody stepped
Gotcha.
into Mythic for a minute, got a BOE, and then decided
They
to sell
sneezed
it.
and got a BOE.
Yeah,
And then said, "Oh, well, I made my goal for the week.
yeah.
Woo.
Peace."
Sounds like something we would do.
We never
honestly.
did that. We never went in just to farm
No.
gear for selling.
I just mean we stepped in for a second. It was like our during Wrath. Our it's the first raid in Wrath.
Oh, Nax.
Yeah, our first Nax run ever. We dipped our feet in, got a BOE, and then left because it was
in the construct quarter, the one that starts with the
Yeah.
gargoyles.
yeah.
No, that's not construct. That's plague.
I don't remember.
It's the plague quarter.
I don't remember. It just was funny because
They were kicking our ass.
They kicked
we
our
killed one
ass.
of them. We got a
we
BOE,
got a BOE and we were
left.
like, okay, we're done. It was hilarious. It was,
I know. I remember getting it was like a tanking ring or something. I got it on the trash for the second boss, the mana bubble boss. That second boss
in Nax.
after Margar. Oh, not Nax. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about Lich King last patch. Oh my gosh,
trial.
ICC.
Oh, ICC.
ICC, yeah.
Woo, getting old, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
2008 is when it came out, right?
Holy crap. It's crazy.
I would have ran that in
No, it was 2009 or 10. Because
in
I
the
was living here.
It came out in the 2008.
Right.
I raided Nax with a hunter before I left to go overseas. By the time I got back from overseas, it was because it was November 2010 is when Cataclysm came out because I had a newborn.
Yeah, it
in
had
my
to
lap.
be. It had to be the end of 08 because I was living here, which means I had bought the house, which was in the end of like September of that year. So
Yeah, but when I came back from overseas, I wound up raiding with a paladin because that was when you could get tier something tokens 8,
Yeah.
7, 9, 6, 5, 4. The tokens from the championship thing, tournament grounds.
Mm-hmm.
right.
You could get all of your tier tokens like just with badges. Man,
Yeah. Good God.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else has kind of been going around. You know, nothing.
Is there a date yet? Have they talked about dates at all?
No, but in
Chicken.
so Mike Ybarra did after this announcement for the acquisition. He did, you know,
He did some Mythic Plus runs.
yeah, he sold a bunch, but he basically said that they you know, he said, you know, I've been leading Blizzard for a couple months now, in addition to the exciting news this week, which was the whatever he was gonna share some more thoughts about stuff. And I think he alluded to some announcements in, he says, we also know we need to deliver content to our players on a more regular basis and innovate both in and beyond our existing games. We have some exciting things to announce, and I'll be sharing more next week. So sometime within the next week, we're going to get some more information. Now, whether it's like Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, I mean, he's, you know, head of Blizzard, right? Yeah, head of Blizzard Entertainment. So, I mean, it could be any one of those things, but it could be related to WoW, too. So we could get some more information on that in the next week. So
Hope so.
it would be nice to know how much time we have left to beat this raid.
I mean, but there's going to be another raid after.
I understand there's going to be another raid after,
So
but I don't want to leave this one unfinished.
we already know, we've all decided that we already know that you don't actually want to beat this raid.
You know, you guys say this.
So we
You
don't beat Sylvanas.
Oh,
It's okay. She's your waifu. It's all right.
You know, I know we don't kill her, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
I know.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
Look, if anybody's listening to this and has listened to anything else that we've done, it's already out of the bag. The Banshee's out of the bag.
Oh.
Oh no.
I don't know. I would like to get it done just so that it is done. You know,
When was the last time there was a raid the guild didn't finish during the patch?
no, we beat Nathria, and we beat.
Oh, did we? Oh, we did.
We killed.
Yeah.
We beat N'Zoth.
Oh yeah, we beat N'Zoth on heroic, didn't we?
In our guild.
Yeah. Yes,
Maybe.
we did. We did.
We did a couple of heroic ones in BFA, right? We didn't do the first one. We didn't do Uldir. Or, yeah, is that what it was? The one with the blood god? Is that Uldir, the temple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't do that one.
But
Yes.
we didn't do Jaina, did we? In the Battle for Jazar lore?
No, I don't think so.
There were a couple ones we did that were heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was nice. It's nice to.
yeah, you know, so it's nice to get them done because then it at least makes it feel like we're doing something
Well.
instead of just. Well, I mean, it's a goal for the whole group, you know, because it is a small group, so it is it's an achievable goal for the most part. You know, the hardest part is keeping enough of a player base to do it without having to pull in pugs because, you know, no offense to pugs, but for the most part they suck.
Well, it's not that. It's just some of them are
It's-
really good. It's just that they don't there's no
They don't-
loyalty there, so they don't stick around, you know. They just want to go in and get their stuff done, and they don't want to suffer through progression, even though we clearly put on our thing that it's a progression run for us. You know what I mean? And it's like, they're like, as soon as they realize that, oh, they're going to have to put a little bit of work into it, then they don't want to do it anymore. You know, they'll give us, you know, a couple of pulls, and then they're like, no. And it's like, all right, that's fine. That's okay. You know, it is progression for us. We're all, and it's not like we're like carrying people or anything like that. It's everybody's, you know, putting in the effort. And we had a couple of people who were like, hey, I really liked this. It's really cool doing content that, that you actually feel like you're doing stuff in, you know, which was
Like
nice.
Pug said that to you?
Pug said that, yeah. You know, doing appropriate level content instead of just like going in and getting like a run, and you know everybody else overgears it and you don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but you know, it's not like they come back. You know, they're pugs. They had available time one night, and you know, came to do it, and that was it. You know, so it is what it is. It's, you know, trials and tribulations of.
I seriously thought you were just going to say Charles in Charge. I don't know why. When you said trials and tribulation, it had that feel for it in trial. It sounded like Charles. And, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head.
Oh man, sorry.
Yeah.
Rip in peace,
Rip
Bob
in
Saget.
peace.
First thing I
did you
think
hear
of is Bob Saget.
Louis Anderson and
Wait,
Meat-
was Bob
Yes.
Saget in that?
Yes.
In Charles in Charge?
He was not in that.
No, he
show.
wasn't.
No, 80s sitcom introduction songs and stuff like that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
what?
Meatloaf and Louis Anderson died today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our childhood's dying, man.
No.
It's
That's
just-
like how old was he though?
Who? Meatloaf was 74,
70-something?
and
Wow.
Yeah,
Anderson
both of them were.
and Louis Anderson was like 68 or something like that.
Holy crap!
It's-
Really?
yeah.
And
That's
Louis
crazy.
Anderson was heavy, so I don't know if that played any part into it.
Right.
But
Yeah, that's sad.
it is sad. It is sad when, that happens. It's like, I don't know if they were sick or not. I don't think Bob Saget was sick.
do they have a cause of death for him yet?
I don't think so. I haven't seen anything. And maybe they won't release it. Maybe they're just going to, just let it be what it is. They said it was no foul play. There was no, drugs or alcohol or anything like that related. So it had to be, a health thing.
That's sad.
Probably, some sort of, aneurysm or something like that, or
That's
cardiac
sad.
arrest. And because I think he was in Florida doing shows.
Really?
Yeah. It was he was in the hotel after, it was his hotel that he was staying in on tour or whatever. So, yep. I don't know. Times are changing. Our heroes are dying. Bob Saget, Meatloaf, Sylvanas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sylvanas. Man.
Well, let's talk about leaks. Is there any good leaks out there at all?
I don't know.
Any good spoilers? Gosh, give me 9.2 already.
Yeah, I don't think there's really been any spoilers per se.
Did you see? Okay, so spoiler alert, I guess. But did you see? Do you want me to ask,
Spit it
or
out.
do you want to plug your ears?
Did
Did you see the animation of Sylvanas jumping off of something and flying downward?
Nope.
They data mined that. It was funny because apparently her butt got stuck. The graphic got stuck.
So it
in the
stretched her butt out?
animation. Yeah.
That's
It was like she's
funny.
jumping with a bungee cord. But it almost looks like, I think someone said it looks like her jumping off of Ouroboros.
To mirror when she jumped off a.
I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know. Because otherwise I think somebody mentioned something about going to save the souls from the mall or some shit like that. So I don't know.
Was it Sylvanas, new model? Was it
It would have to be, I would think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure.
I'm just curious to if they're gonna incorporate now, her Ranger General model into her, if she gets redeemed or whatever, redeemed.
The one
quote,
I've seen so
unquote.
far is totally just her, the way she looks minus, red eyes and stuff or whatever she had.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was interesting. I was too busy laughing at her butt stretching, but
Stretchy butt.
butt stretching.
That's funny.
There was an updated model of Anduin.
Oh.
That's really unfortunate because his Death Knight-ish look is really badass.
Oh,
they're
he's
putting him back
normal
to the
again?
stupid boy king.
The stupid
Yeah,
boy
he's
king.
definitely a lot more like a man king, but
I mean, he'll always be the boy king in my
A mannequin. Mannequin.
a mannequin.
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 Mannequin. Oh my god. I don't
think
know.
I see it. Yeah, it
Oh,
looks almost the same.
as how he looked before?
I mean, he looks a little bit older.
They should give him a white streak in his hair or something like that.
They should just replace him with Arthas and just be done with it.
He does have an Arthas look, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Which,
it's just the blonde hair.
think about it. All the armor
Well,
too,
the
but
drapey blonde hair in the
Yeah.
front,
yeah. But think about it. He is the same as, Arthas as far as wanting to save his people. Just Arthas went, crazy way of
Yeah.
doing it, right? But it just goes to show you that it could, he could easily go that way, right?
I'm not ready to hear about his emo storyline, to be honest. 'Cause I know it's going to be I was taken over or dominated because I didn't feel 100% about how we're going to make it through this, and I was just so unsure, and now no, dude, just I'm sorry, but
I don't know.
Varian was badass. Varian was badass in his own right. So,
He's just gonna sit
like,
there and go, "I miss my daddy."
Oh my God.
his armor looks fucking awesome though. I love that. I don't know, all of the art with the plate gear and the way it's done.
Oh!
Looks amazing.
I saw. So back to the whole acquisition thing. I saw somebody post something that was freaking hilarious, and it was a picture of his character. And let me see if I can find. Let me scroll down.
Whose
through here.
character? The person's character?
Yeah, the person's character, and it was like I don't know if it was a warrior or if it was a paladin, but it was basically wearing like the Lordaeron armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it had a 2012, 21 or 22, and then the second one said 2023, which is after the acquisition, right? And then the only thing that changed on it was on the belt buckle, instead of like the lion or whatever, it had the Xbox logo.
That's funny.
I'm like, that was pretty.
I mean, if that's
Pretty
the only
fun.
thing that changes, like, okay, you know?
Yeah, now I can't find it. That's ridiculous. Because it was really funny. It was pretty clever. You know, I don't think we're gonna see much of a change. I don't think that, because I mean, I don't think a lot changed with Bethesda when Microsoft bought them.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like ESO. But that's another thing too, is that, you know, Microsoft's got this Game Pass stuff, right?
Oh.
You know, what if your WoW subscription gets rolled into the Game Pass, and then you can get a Game Pass, then you can get all kinds of games.
Oh, man.
That would be interesting.
That actually would be kind of interesting.
It would give you access to, you know, just all kinds of new games and stuff like that. Because, I mean, you know, whatever. Oh, this is funny. This one says no one expects the Microsoft acquisition, and it's the Spanish Inquisition thing from Monty
Yeah.
Python. That's pretty good.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, people are clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of came out of the blue. You know, I wasn't really expecting Activision Blizzard to get bought.
I wasn't, just because they seemed like they were fairly vocal about all the crazy stuff going on at Blizzard. So it seemed like they weren't
it's
really.
like even Phil Spencer said something. He wrote something condemning, you know, the
Yeah.
stuff Bobby Kotick did or whatever, and it was just like.
Yeah.
But now when you read stuff about it, it's like, oh yeah, no, like they're great colleagues and they get along. I'm like, what? I don't know.
So that was another thing. Oh crap! I had it in my head and then I lost it. God damn it. Oh no. God damn
No?
it.
Yes.
No. Along the lines of shoot. All right, never mind. I don't remember. I hate it when that happens. What were we talking about?
The acquisition and Phil Spencer and Bobby Kotick and just that stuff in general. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out.
Shit. I'm screwed. All right, we'll talk about it in 3 months.
Yeah, when you remember.
Yeah.
There was a list, or I guess what do they call it when they get stuff out of the fucking PTR stuff? Data mined. A weapon, a two-handed mace from the jailer that he drops called the Gavel of the First Arbiter. And it's a two-handed mace that has a pretty unique animation where like a chain comes out of its mouth.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's kind of cool.
And it's
Get over here.
It's, you know, like when you have it equipped, like your first attack on an enemy deals an additional amount of shadow damage and dislodges their soul, manifesting it nearby for X amount of seconds. Slaying this soul will send it to the afterlife it truly deserves, granting you a twisted boon for so many seconds based on its destination. So that will be really interesting to see how that
So
works.
how do you kill that soul?
Well, it creates a little ad to kill.
Huh.
But I don't know. It looks interesting.
That is kind of interesting.
It'd be nice to have that for a tank weapon. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat. God, I wish I could remember. What the frick?
That's all right. Think about it, and we'll talk about it next week.
No, I
'Cause
won't
I think we're at a
remember.
good spot to go ahead and wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for listening.
To us.
Yeah, to us talk about stuff. You know, don't forget to send us a tweet with your favorite fish. You can do that at
Oh my
server_restart.
You're gonna beat that dead fish.
Oh,
That's what I
Is that
used
what
to
it
beat other
is?
things with on my death night. Or you could, send us your New Year's WoW solution, or you can check us out at facebook.com/server_restartin and catch you guys next week. Bye.
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 Bye.